Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is your boy Crispy Daniels back at it again on Show and Talk. So, as y'all know, when I come on here, I like to get straight to the point. I don't like to dick around for nothing. I just want to jump into the movie and talk about it. But for this one right here, I gotta, just compliment it a little bit. This movie is called Bangkok Knockout. I don't know if anybody's seen it. If you haven't seen it, you definitely got to go check it out. Like, this is one of the best martial arts films I've seen in probably a decade. I ain't gonna say it's the best, but it's one of them. Um, so it's crazy that I say that this movie is good because the story is just so simple. Like, it's really, really simple. It's about this group of martial artists who wins this contest or whatever, right? And so afterwards they have this victory dinner because what the contest was is whoever makes it to the top of this ceiling to grab this box with this coin in it wins. And so this group called the Fight Club, they wind up winning the contest. And later on that night, they have a victory dinner. And so after the dinner, they all pass out. And the next morning they wake up. And one of the guys, he automatically knows something is wrong because everybody woke up in like this abandoned factory or warehouse or whatever. And so they all run outside and their cars are missing. You know what I'm saying? Everything is gone. Phones, cars, everything. So it turns out that, you know, the contest that they were in, they wasn't really going to Hollywood, but they were on TV. You know what I'm saying? And it was these spectators, like these rich people or whatever, sitting inside like this little van with this white dude holding the contest and making bets. And so they were pretty much betting on each fighter to win or lose. Now, I'm gonna say this right here. The characters, well, the acting, you know what I'm saying, with the characters in the movie was magnificent. Like, it was magnificent, especially when it was like three of the characters that turned on the Fight Club team, like near the end, you know what I'm saying? Because it was one dude, I think his name was Palm or something like that, but he was like maybe the second best fighter on the team. And what happened was he turned. I know, spoiler alerts. I meant to say that in the beginning, but this movie's so dope, y'all gotta watch it anyway, regardless. But anyway, you know, he winds up turning against the team because of the girl that was, on that team that was fighting with them. Like, he was dating her, but I guess she had an affair with, the pod character, the main character. You know what I'm saying? At one point. And that was probably still running through his head the whole time because you were under the impression that from the beginning, from the start, he had something. He was behind. He was one of the ones behind all of it, like everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because when he fell off this rope, he fell to the floor, and then these dudes came out of nowhere, and one of them just stabbed him through the chest, and it appeared that they killed him, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Um, and they tried to throw in some comedic moments. You had this little feminine dude, this little guy who was supposed to show up at a wedding party, but it turned out he was at the wrong party, and he just stayed and started mingling with them. But then he was making jokes, you know what I'm saying, all throughout the movie, you know, joking about the whole like little situation going on. But you know, it turns out I ain't gonna say nothing about him. I'll let y'all watch the movie and let you find out what happened with him. But um, so I gotta say this: the choreography in the movie, one of the dopest fight scenes in the movie is where it was actually the first fight. One of the guys from the Fight Club was fighting one of the assassins in like this big ass cage. It was like a cage fight, but yo, the way he was jumping off the cage, flipping off of it, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it was fire, man. Like, yo, every time I saw that one fight scene, even though I've seen this movie a couple of times, it gets me hyped. I can sit back and watch this movie every day for a year and still, you know what I'm saying, still won't get tired of it. But it's another fight scene in the movie that takes place at the same time. So there was like this gay guy at the victory dinner. Like, he was a cook or a chef or whatever too. and he was checking out one of the fighters on the Fight Club team, and it turns out, you know what I'm saying, like the dude was gay and all that. So when the guy, you know what I'm saying, from the Fight Club team walked into like this room, he came out of nowhere dressed in lingerie. Now that part was, you know, I didn't really care too much for that, but they started fighting. You know what I'm saying? And both of them had some scraps on them. I can't lie. Like that fight was all right, but it was nothing compared to the cage match. You know what I mean? And then it was another fight where one of the fighters, you know what I'm saying? Yo, in my opinion, in this fight right here, the guy that was fighting with the poles or whatever, the metal poles, yo, I felt like in real life he was probably the best martial artist out of all of them. I gotta find out what his name is, but he was fighting this other this mask, the dude with the mask, like because they always wearing masks, so you really couldn't see who they were. But you know what I'm saying? He was fighting him with the metal pole and all that. One of the another dope fight scene. You know what I'm saying? But we find out who the guy was who was wearing the mask, like at the end of the fight, because he pulls it off. But you don't see it until they do like the recap at the end. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. And like I said, the acting, it was on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there was a lot of slow motion though. I'll say that. Like near the end of the movie, when it was jumping up in the air, it looked like they was doing movie time. You know what I'm saying? It kind of puts you in the mind of Umbach. Like there was a lot of slow motion. And the way they was like delivering them kicks and knee strikes and all that. Yo, this shit look vicious, bro. I'm telling you, y'all gotta watch this movie. It is awesome. Like I said, the story is simple. Even though I'm telling you everything now, well, mostly everything, you're still gonna want to watch it. And for a foreign film, I'll definitely give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why I didn't give this movie a full 10 is because there was no like English dub. Everything was subtitled, which I don't mind subtitles, but sometimes it gets kind of annoying while you're trying to read the text and look at the movie at the same time. That's the only reason why I'm not giving this movie a 10. Other than that, I had no complaints, man. This movie is fire. Make sure you check it out. Bangkok Knockout. All right? And if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right? Peace. Stay retro.
The feeling is mutual. Come in, take a seat, share your thoughts with each, and preach it when you speak, so we can share kinetic energy throughout the brainwave. Keep us balanced out and all on the same stage.